Hi and welcome to MyCTOfriend, the place where non-technical founders build successful startups by improving their tech management skills. I'm Amaury and today I'm going to answer a question from Joel, the co-founder of a B2B marketplace. His question is, how can the developer and the graphic designer work together more effectively? And before answering this question, let's add a bit of context. Joel and his co-founder already developed the first version of their product. They are now developing its version 2 and are considering outsourcing some graphic design to improve the user experience of their app. The question they ask themselves is, how should they organize the development so that the designer and the developer could work effectively together? And in order to answer that question, here is what you need to understand. First, the designer will create the images. Then the CSS. The CSS is the style of the page, like the fonts, the colors, etc. And then come the JavaScript, a language to make things dynamic. And finally, the code. The code might be the HTML, but also PHP, Ruby on Rails, etc., etc. Usually, the code is handled by the developer. So the designer role is to create the images, the CSS, as well as working on the JavaScript, while the developer role is just to work on the HTML as well as the JavaScript too. So the point is they are both going to work on the JavaScript development at the same time, right? Which can lead them to conflict. To erasing each other's work. So the key is to know where JavaScript is organized, help them identify the library to use, and above all, identify who is responsible for what. Usually, the web designer will deliver a static code that provides the desired interface. This title as example, and this short sentence. Then the developer will take the JavaScript code and modify it in a way that displays information that is customized by the user. For example, hello Amaury, and where Amaury is added automatically by the software, taking information from the profile as well as the database. So in order for your developer and your designer to work effectively, they just need to specify the format that will be provided by the graphic designer and to allow the developer to generate content automatically with his code. So in a nutshell, if you hire a developer and a graphic designer, see if they already understand each other. And then they need to define the designer's output, which should be the developer's input. And once you have the developer's output, which is basically the version 1 of your product, the designer should be able to perform changes on it without breaking what has been done by the developer. So to conclude and answer Joel's question, when it comes to making a designer and a developer work together, we need to define the border between the graphic design work and the developer's work. And we also need to clarify ahead of time the input and output expected from each other. And now if like Joel you have a specific question for your project, just go ahead and ask on myctofriend.co/ask. I will do my best to answer your question by video or to redirect you to an existing content that will answer it. And I publish a new video every week, so subscribe now and learn how to be better at tech management and build your startup successfully. Also be sure to go through MyCTOfriend.co to learn more from real startup growth experiences. I will be waiting for your question and I look forward to seeing you in other videos. Cheers!